Hello, here's Alex from the Siebel Hub Learning Experience. We are looking at one specific feature that Oracle has added in 25.12. And no, it's not yet open integration or the data archival, which are both great features. So as a reminder, we have in our Siebel CRM training catalog on siebelhub.com, we have a Siebel Test Automation training. So if you're interested in getting started or getting better at using Siebel Test Automation, then this course is for you. And this is a very modern course, but recently in 25.12, Oracle added another cool feature for Siebel Test Automation, that is loopings, or loops, I rather say, or iterations. And I would like to show you that. And of course, that will be in a part of the updated training, because on siebelhub.com, all the training is always up to date. So let's check out the new loop or iteration feature in Siebel Test Automation 25.12 or higher. So here I'm on a Siebel 25.12 environment, brand new. And in this release, and later of course, Oracle has added two new keywords. So we are on the release screen, and let's check out the keywords. And let's just do a count. So here are 70, so there are two more than before. And let's find them, something with loop. Here they are. So there's start loop, and has a help text, of course, defines the start of the loop, optionally specify a variable to store the current iteration number on each run, very important. And then the end loop defines the end of the loop, specify a condition that exits the loop when true. So you find a value in a record or something, and you have a value in a variable, or a maximum number of iterations simply, so any number. If both are provided, the loop stops as soon as either condition is met. If neither is provided, so there's even a fallback here, the loop runs up to 3 iterations. So Oracle built in a safe mode, so there are no infinite loops. 3 iterations max if you don't provide anything. And so let's go to our test script. So I've created a loop test script. I recorded a test script, and then later, of course, you can't record the loops. You have to later edit the test script. So what I did was, before the new record, so what I recorded was clicking new record, then entering a name, and the name being changed already, delete me, and you see I'm using a variable here, iterator, and that, of course, and then I save the record. So I added a step, we're using the start loop keyword, and literally one input is optional here, the name of the variable, to carry the current iteration, starting with 1, by the way, not 0, 1. So I'm passing the iterator to the name of the account that I'm creating, so 001 it should say in the first iteration, 002 in the next one. And here I added an end loop step after write record, and I wanted to repeat 3 times. So the start loop and end loop act as a wrapper around the steps, and all the steps between will be executed repeatedly until either the condition is met, where you can use the condition language of Siebel Test Automation, or the max iterations are met, or if you don't put anything here, it's also 3. There is this condition field, which is for skipping the step, executing the step or not. This is an existing feature in modern Siebel Test Automation. This condition field below in the first column, if you will, that is the condition to stop the loop, so don't confuse the two. Then we have another loop, because as you might have guessed, I want to delete these test records. So it creates 3 records, and then it should actually delete the 3 records. So I've added another start loop, And now I'm querying, and I'm querying for just delete me asterisk, so that should give you 3 the first time, and then the first record is, so execute query and then delete record. So the first record is deleted with OK, and there's the end loop. And this also happens 3 times. So after 3 times, there's none of the test records exists anymore. So that's the goal. And then we just go back to the account homepage view, and that's the end of the script. Okay, so let's play that. And yeah, trusty DISA comes in. Of course, DISA 25.12 is updated. And let's watch together. So we're logging in. Let me just click away those boxes. And now I'm just let go of my mouse, and let's watch as the loop is executing, hopefully. So it goes to account list. So now it should create 3 records and should use different names. Yeah, delete me 1. The second one. Nice, you see the iterator variable being used, and now here's delete me 3. So now comes the query. So the first loop has ended already. Here's the first query, deleting the first record. So now queries again, finds 2, deletes the first, and it will query again. And OK. Now we go back to Accounts Home, and that's it. Session's over. Nicely done. Let's check out the report. What changed in the report display? Let's use the modern version. Well, clearly it's a step in the test script. So start loop starts iteration 1. So if you search for start iteration, it highlights that. So we have the first iteration, and then it's reported repeatedly. So as it goes, repeats the steps. That's iteration 3, and that's the end of iteration 3 here. And then there's another iteration because we have a second loop in that script for the delete, and that's executed 3 times. End of iteration, maximum number has been reached, and that's it. A successful execution of a test script in 25.12 using the new start loop and end loop keywords. Works like a charm. Try it out yourself. And don't forget, Siebel Test Automation course is on siebelhub.com. Thank you very much for watching. Take care and bye-bye.